Okay. We are back. It's been a while. As some of you know, I live in Texas, and my central air unit went down. In a lot of states, that's not a huge deal. Like the summers in the northern US, they're not that bad. Texas summers are another beast altogether. When it's 100 degrees and, 60-70% humidity, it was impossible to stream in my office, which is where I do it. And the repair on that, it's either you replace the whole thing for like 12 grand or you repair it for 4. Luckily, we could just repair it. But yeah, it was upwards of like 95 degrees in my room. My office, I mean. So there's no way in hell I am doing that. We back. I don't think there's anything else for me to do besides continue the story. I might do one roulette just to let people get into the stream, because this is not a normally scheduled stream here. I want to make sure people have a chance to find it, because I know we're ending a Realm of War now. So I'm going to do... Let's do a roulette real quick. Actually, what did I have to finish my Grand Company? I think I'm all done with it. We'll do this. Oh, I got new, I don't know if I want to debut it yet. Nah, I'm gonna wait till Heaven's Word. I had got new armor for my avatar, so I can swap to that, but not yet. Gonna wait till we do the swap to Heaven's Word. Even though I'm already wearing the armor in game. My muscle memory is still here. We just got some new abilities, it seems to be. I have a charge now, which is huge. Feel like a warrior. And wow. Long cooldown though, it's like a minute cooldown. Gotta keep that in mind. Actually played some WoW yesterday for the first time in a very long time. Because they have Anniversary Realms they released recently. Not Classic, not Season of Discovery. Anniversary! Because there's a million versions of the old game now. But, they're gonna progress on to Burning Crusade, which is very fun. To, like, pop in, do a couple heroics and stuff. So, me and a few people are leveling on there. But we don't have to get it done until, what, late November? So, very casual. Definitely highlighted the differences between these games. Because when you start in that game, you just start in the world. And it's like, good luck. Do what you want. We don't care. With Final Fantasy, you start, it's like, oh, hello, adventurer. Let me tell you a little bit about these lands. Just different styles. Both good. Just different style of games. Alright, Archer, Frog Collar, so all that. Then I need Tonberries. And I need to do Wanderer's Palace. Okay. So we can queue for that, because I am a DPS. It will take a long time. Might as well do it hard. It's more fun. Big AoEs. Come on. Archers. That's all I need. Where you be, archers? I wonder if the Fate spawning blocked the Archer spawns. I don't know if that's a thing. Or if they just spawn on top. You are here. Oh. I'm dumb. Southern Thanalan. My mistake. We're waiting for the queue anyway. Pretty sure it's here. Yeah. Wonder what happens to these old zones when you progress to new ones. If people are still using these for anything. Oh, DPS queues. Would have been done on my warrior already. Alright, looking for archers. Shamans. Lancer, Lancer, Lancer. Archer. But not the right archer. So it seems Fate archers are categorized differently than normal archers. Yeah, like this guy. That I want. Sorry, bro. Your number has been called. One more and we're out of here. And with the big crit. 1855. Alright. Hello in YouTube chat. I'm honestly hesitant to say your name. I'm sorry, but welcome to the chat. Alright, I think we actually might have... Now that I look at this. This might have to be normal queues. Because I know these change, because the Tonberries are our friends in the new one. So... I'm gonna have to withdraw from that one. Regular old Wanderer's Palace. Yeah, I like your name. It's just dangerous to try and pronounce it correctly. But what we're doing to Final Fantasy is what the stream said. I have a few regulars that like to watch, and I've been watching the story the whole time. And I want to give them time to come see the end of the game. So we're going to do a dungeon real quick, then we're going to go on to the story. This is Final Fantasy XIV. So it's a numbered Final Fantasy game, obviously. But it's the MMO version of the game. So right now we're just waiting for a dungeon queue. So, we are a DPS player, and there's an overabundance of DPS players in every MMO, so it's going to be a bit to get into this queue. I could just do it as a warrior. Let's just do that. I want to get this done. So, I'm going to go duty. I don't really need experience at all for anybody. So, we're going to the warrior. Boom. And then duty. Duty finder. Wanderer's Palace. This should be much quicker. Yeah, thanks for watching. It's a fun game. It's very heavily story-based, so if you've heard of, like, World of Warcraft, it's different than that. World of Warcraft is mostly about the gameplay. It has really good gameplay, but it's mostly about that. Story's kind of whatever. Whereas this story is, first and foremost, what people play it for. Well, people play it for story, and they also play it for glamour. Glamour is like outfits. And there's a lot of people in here. This is lagging. But people are really loving this game to make really cool outfits and come stand around here. Look at these guys. Just chilling. This is what they do. They get really cool gear, and they just hang out. There's a viable playstyle. And that is nightmarish. Don't worry about those guys. Oh, it's really lagging in here. It's popping. See? Tuss Barefoot. This server been great. He stole my line. Looks like Albion. Doesn't Albion more like top down? I haven't played it. But from what I saw of it, it looked very like top down. Alright, we're in a regular. We're going to pull a bunch of stuff here. played Warrior in a bit. Let's remember all my stuff here. Let's not go too crazy. Look, we're getting our hunting log. Feels good. Which way are we going? I don't know. This way. Tonberries are nightmarish in the pixel games. Like Final Fantasy V is when they're the worst. They have a million health. Their whole thing is they slowly walk towards you. Very scary. I don't have a cooldown right now because I accidentally popped 2 at once. So, sorry healer, but he's good. First boss. The game's stretched? Oh, you're right. I don't know why that happened. I gotta fix that. It's covering... It's in the wrong resolution right now. Crap. I'll fix it after this dungeon. I don't know why it did that. So my allies in this dungeon, I have 2 damage dealers and 1 healer. So I'm the tank, there's 2 damage dealers and 1 healer. Yeah, I don't know why the game loaded like that. It went to like full wide. So it shouldn't be. The resolution should match the stream. So I will fix that once I'm out of this dungeon. Because I don't want to make these guys wait. Yes, Mr. Man, that was a boss fight. I know he's very funny looking, but he was a boss. Big Steel Cyclone. Let's do another one. We're pumping. Oh, lantern oil. Up? I don't know where I'm going. I'm confused. This way? This person's going this way. I'm gonna follow them. Oh, this way. Okay. Yeah, if you play Final Fantasy V, you'll know these silly little tonberries are very scary. Oh dear. See what I mean? I'm gonna kite this. I don't have sprint. Okay. Whew. These guys are nightmarish. Okay, this one? Nope, 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 nope. He thinks they're cute. This guy has no idea. Is this open now? I forget what this guy does. We'll find out. This obviously can't be the end of the fight. It's too little hit points. Okay, he focuses. Alright, that is the end of the fight. Okay. It's kind of a DPS check. Not gonna go too crazy, we'll do 3 packs. Big Steel Cyclone. Feels good. And we played a WoW a bit yesterday. The combat, I think, is just more tactile and feels better in WoW. One thing that FF14 does better, definitely, is AoE. The way they show AoE is so much more satisfying. As it ripples out, you feel the impact of all of them. Oh no. Can't fight those guys. Ow. King Tonberry. He looks cool, though. King outfit's wonderful. Big opener. Triple Inner Beast. Oh, I didn't have my... Nah. Didn't have my damage buff up. I think we're supposed to stop him. Or maybe the strategy is just to kill him. Because they seem to be ignoring all the ads. I'll take it. Yeah, easy. Oop. Alright. I'm gonna check this configuration in here. I don't know why it went to that. Okay. That should be better. Let me check the stream. Yep, that looks better. There's no good way to stream in widescreen, because it can't capture it. The only way you can do it is if you have, you know, those movie bars like on the top and bottom of the screen. And that doesn't look great. Yeah. And some people do that anyway and then put like a bunch of stream stuff in there. I don't like that. Because personally, if I watch a stream, I want to see the game. I don't want to see like, oh, new chatters, new blah blah. Like, that takes me out of it. Like, I love video games. I want to see the game. Show me your playthrough of the game. Oh, Demise, thank you so much, man. Thanks for the 500 bits. We haven't even finished yet. We're about to. Alright, now we're doing story. I got some regulars in here so we can finish the story. I didn't want to do it if no one is online because this is kind of a random stream. So, cool. And I got my hunting log complete. And we are laggy in here. There's so many people in here today. Apparently Sunday's the day in Limsa. I'm gonna do one thing. This will probably help. Okay, this is better. Made it a lot less laggy, too. But it's better. You can actually see people's outfits now. You can still see who they are if you click on them. I like the big guys. What is this? Nope, can't get distracted. We're finishing the story today, goddammit. Yeah, exactly. Grumpy. I think the same thing about combining chats, because there are ways you can combine YouTube and Twitch chat and display it on stream. But, again, that takes me out of the experience of the game. I can look at the other chats if I want to see them. So, I know that helps engagement, but if I watch a stream, I don't like that, so I'm not going to do it in mine. Where are we? Oh, we're on Tataru doing stuff. She wants to become an Arcanist. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling Arcanist? She's apparently not doing very well. Abysmally, Mistress Thurbergheim, abysmally, as Jack will testify. I was wrong to become an Arcanist, wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. What does that remind me of? Oh, Dresden Files. One of my favorite book series of all time. If you haven't read the Dresden Files, it's fantastic. It's like about a wizard PI in Chicago. And the author does a really good job of making everything seem very tangible in the real world. But very popular series. He's on like book 18 or something. But a lot of wizards are pretty much nerds because he breaks it down so like you can understand the physics of it. So it's a lot of study and a lot of math, and it's really cool. So yeah, if you're a nerd and you have ear or eye for numbers, or brain for numbers, you can really succeed well in magic in that universe. And one person does, who's not a wizard, which is pretty cool. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? Yep. You are too kind, Mistress Thurbergheim. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. Tataru is great. She's probably number 3. Thubergheim. Okay, I'll go with that. My favorite Scions so far, I like the combination of Papayimo and Ida. They're great. They're the yin and yang. They're wonderful. Like Bert and Ernie. Where Papayimo's definitely Ernie. Wait, which one's Ernie, which one's Bert? The bigger one is Bert. No, bigger one's Ernie. The skinny one's Bert. Bert's the yellow dude, yeah. So, Papayimo's definitely Bert. And Ernie's Ida. As fetching as these garments are, I feel I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer. Sure. Wonderful. Then off to Casa del Sol we go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. I should be doing this on Dragoon for experience. Considering I'm way over-leveled on the warrior. That's an outfit. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Wench told me to look. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore. One which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures. And since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. Okay. She is fast. She should be a ninja. What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take a moment. Okay. Oh. I do love this dye I put on this armor. I look fantastic. Been going with the forest green theme for like warrior, dragoon. I love it. You're way over there. Yeah, I could see it like, what's that? The Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies. Where he calculates everything in real time. Like, he thinks ahead 5 different, or 10 different steps through a fist fight. I'd be Tataru as a ninja. Lancer's getting better. There's a lot more stuff to juggle now. Initially, it just felt like warrior, pretty much. But I'm getting some different stuff. Yeah, I love those movies. I wish they had made a few more. Because, like, the last scene where Moriarty does the same thing, you're like, oh, shit! You can do it, too! I mean, the scripts were fine. It was mostly just awesome actors. Like Jared Harris, Jude Law, and Robert Downey Jr. just being awesome. Well fought, Jack. Well fought. I knew it was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize. A bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone. So no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Right, well, I mustn't keep flamming. It sounds like you should be sneezing when you say that. Flamming. Waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the scions in the limits and markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Jack, and thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? Yeah, Tataru's great. Learned a little more about her there. How she feels less than compared to the other scions, because she can't really fight. But she found her way to be helpful. But actually, logistics are one of the most important parts, or probably the most important part of any organization. If you don't think so, ask the Celts when they fought the Romans. I listened to this, a series of workouts every week, this 10-hour podcast on the Celtic Holocaust. And apparently the Celts would beat the Romans pretty evenly, in a one-on-one pitched battle. But eventually, the Germanic people, the Celts, had to go back and farm. And the Romans had supply lines and logistics, and they just kept pushing. So every time the Germanic people had to leave and go farm, they would just take more land and then fortify. Then fight for a while, then take more land when the Germanic people had to leave and go farm and fortify. And they just kept taking their land that way. So logistics kind of matter. The Celts were also a lot bigger than the Romans. The Romans were 5'4", 5'5", average. Yeah, that's how the Romans took over a lot of the neighboring territories. There's a lot more traditional cultures around them. Welcome home, Jack. I gather you found Tataru in Limsa. Yeah, she failed at being a black mage. My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure, and while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. That was also interesting because it showed that people don't really change. The reason Caesar was doing that is because he had some debts to pay off back in Rome, and he also wanted to, amass power and political favor in Rome. So he kept up making excuses why they had to keep fighting the Celts and pushing them back, when in actuality, the Celts weren't really being aggressive. But he wanted to come to power, and he did, and it worked. And he became Caesar. It sounds as though she had quite the adventure, and while it did not, we already talked about that, I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. Okay. The recent events weigh heavily upon our minds. We must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north, to fight for a common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? She seems troubled. We have bested Dravanians and Ascians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. Well, we did lose Membrita, but the Primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Membrita. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. Merbrita was great. She didn't have a lot of time to make herself stand out and stand out as a character. I suppose back when they released patch to patch, all this extra stuff, you got to kind of hang out with her a bit more. But she really didn't have a lot of time in this story, and she still made an impact.
I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all.
Yeah. Well, I like the Admiral, but she doesn't seem to make any decisions in the story. What's her name? Blofswin or whatever.
It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice.
Like, as soon as all the council comes together, it seems like the Sultana and Khani Senna are actually making choices.
I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber.
Off to the big soiree, Jack. Raise a glass for me, eh? Eh, or not? You don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind? By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? Gods damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. Sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around on the quiet, like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of a Dodo Consortium. A daft name for a business if I ever heard one. Which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So they're using some offshore accounts and probably some type of NGO, in common terms, to funnel funds from the syndicate. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. All were owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling one of its businesses a bloody bribery consortium, I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on a financial constitute. Blah blah blah. Yeah, mock our rules. There we go. The gods. This guy's diction is hard. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are taking Telegi's coin. But now we know some of them are. Wager me right eye, they're the ones that what did for Wilred. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions, bound to attract attention. He was... should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. Gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Telegi hopes to accomplish. He hit his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing in the wind. No, he's cleverer than this. So we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay his debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks, and that you have my word. And Jack, mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah, eh? We're heading into a storm. I can smell it. That kind of sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. Now this part coming up, yes, my AC is taken care of. Very expensive bill later, but it's taken care of. But this part, all of you that are watching probably know what happens here, and so do I. So I'm not going to pretend I don't know this part. I haven't seen it for, what, 4 years? Because that's when me and our friends played it. We got through there, we got right before Heaven's Ward, and we stopped. Oh, you're an HVAC guy? So, yep, I sort of know this part. I don't know Heaven's Ward at all. So I'm excited for that. But this part, like 3.5 years ago, I have seen. I'm gonna go in my warrior gear, because I enjoy the look. But we're gonna take off our weapon and our hat, because it's gonna be a cutscene.
We've been waiting for you, Jack. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I had hoped that we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you were needed at the quicksand.
What? This game is playing with me now. It's like, alright, we're gonna do it. We're finally gonna... Nope. We need you at the quicksand. Oh my god. They had to know what they were doing.
We will go on ahead, Jack. Pray join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved.
Come on. We're right here. Give my regards to Momodi and let her know that I will call upon her anon. I do remember Momodi, because I leveled Paladin for a little bit, and they start here. Momodi's like Balderon. Adventurers Guild person. She's cool. Go get my shoes. Oh, so let me guess. I'm going to be wearing fancy shoes and my ridiculous warrior armor. What's up, Momodi?
I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, Jack. I know you got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with a crystal bear by the name of Alien, aren't you? Former adventurer, come to think of it, and pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came around for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the coffin. That's ominous. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you, but you thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched your food, too. Under those circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves in shows. No one ever eats the food. Like, rewatch Breaking Bad or other shows where they always have breakfast. This, like, grand spread of, like, you know, it could feed 10. And they always pour the orange juice in a big glass carafe, which nobody does. It's all spread out. Then the kids will grab one piece of toast, put it in their mouth, and run out. That would make me so mad if that was my kid. Like, no, you sit down, and you eat all of this. I don't care that it's unhealthy. Yep, everything seems alright. As you stand on the platform, your thoughts begin to wander. And all too soon, the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Alien. We're waiting again. Yeah, I ate a ton as a kid, so always annoys me. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kickern and the buzzing of Sifrids, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet. Yeah, me and my brother and sister, we all played 3 sports. We all were in band. We're all in Boy Scouts, so a lot of activities. The wrenches. Jack, is that you? What brings you out this way? So, we needed to eat a lot. Lieutenant Eliane? Why no, I haven't seen her about. Sorry, just checking text, make sure it's not my boss. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the cities and environs on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite.
Aye, pray return to Old Dodgeact. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you are here. Something fishy's afoot. They know how to make people look creepy.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
So she's basically bemoaning the fact that the Syndicate and the Consortium have so much power monetarily that she can't do much. Very much modern government. In the US, like 3 companies control 90% of the Forbes top 500. So, do you think our government's making choices? Or do you think Blackstreet, Vanguard, and State Street? Or BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. Yeah, those 3 companies. So, she's feeling that. I reckon you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Alienne. What's the matter? No appetite? So she wasn't there, but this was? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on for safekeeping, though. Any road. No use worrying about Alienne. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out this was all in aid of. Besides, you got more important things to talk about. I wonder if they passed Citizens United in this universe. Citizens United was late 90s, I think. I think it was under Clinton. Basically said that corporations will be treated as individuals in terms of campaign contributions. The Supreme Court basically said, yeah, it's unconstitutional that companies can't throw their money behind whatever they want because that's anti-free speech. It was a terrible argument then. It's a terrible argument now. Would you believe that? While you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. Seems like they passed that in this world, too. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you in the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on, then. So it begins.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the warrior of light.
I am.
Her voice actor was one of the biggest upgrades. Nanimo. Seems like previously they just got some designer's kid to do it. This new one's great. Now that's a feast. Oh crap, looks like an ad just decided to run.
Looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
Or maybe not.
Common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Should be half an hour before Nad runs, so we should be good.
Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic.
Americk's a bro. We like Americk.
I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time.
Yep, everything's solved.
And failing that,
We did
I'll
it.
have my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
Oh, I didn't get any shoes.
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Yeah, right? He just thinks I'm his lackey. I'm a goon. Ulta has good music. This is a no-shoe banquet. It's gonna smell lovely in there. We have a few consistent people at the gym that like to take their shoes off while working out. It's not cool. I had an argument with him once because he was saying, well, it's only the bottom of people's feet touch where my feet are touching. What does it matter? I'm like, because it smells like ass. Like, usually there's a buffer between your shoes and the outside world. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. I remember this. I appreciate this. Like, hey, this is going to be a long story. If you don't have a lot of time, we don't want you to rush through it, so you can reconsider. Sultana's bedchamber. She really wants to thank me. Alphino gets his comeuppance, from what I remember.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Pray, come in and take your ease.
Everyone having a great time. Got some Alamegans here.
'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Damn right. Raban is a blunt instrument. That's how he acts. Not much nuance. That's what Nanamo's for.
Such noble words. After the fact.
Shut up, Alphino.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any.
I feel like they picked his voice actor to incite some
Honored
stuff in
friends,
people.
Pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude.
He's like the
for
hot
your
vampire
part
in
the
an
defense
anime
of our
movie.
lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
And it does sound familiar, this voice actor.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Ida's just here for a good time.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
It's a cool touch. You hear the wine being poured, but you don't see it.
Your Grace.
I think that shot kind of gives some stuff away.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate.
It's like the start of Gladiator.
'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
Marcus Aurelius wants to abdicate
Yet,
Caesar, basically.
that which I propose will entail the tearing up of
Turn
the
it to a
city's
republic.
very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me? I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
I wonder what's gonna happen as she ominously reaches for this cup. Also, she goes hard. She doesn't sip her wine. Yeah, Realm Reborn is definitely over. We had deaths before, but they were always off-screen or like Minbrita kind of disappearing into light. This is graphic.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine? You did this!
Your timing is fortuitous, Teleji.
Spare us your denials. I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Ul'dah has to have a legal system, right?
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Would not expect that voice to come from him.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
Everyone's getting hammered, having a good time.
What is the meaning of this?
Teleji, nobody likes you.
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
So they definitely have to get rid of them because they don't want to anger Ishgard if he gets injured in the fighting from this coup. Of course. Thancred.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the
Acts of
Garlean
espionage. Alright, alright.
Empire. Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself. Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
I'm a chimney sweep, I am.
You'd best come along with us.
He's not that cockney, but it's fun.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
He just wants to keep talking to that cat girl.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant.
The choice of his revealing of information has to make people think a little bit.
This is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis.
If you actually cared, the first thing he said would be, hey, Sultana.
The ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
Alright, if we just stop for 2 seconds and think about this order of events. He couldn't throw me like that. I'm twice his size.
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and his suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
This is Sparta!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
How very convenient.
Finally.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view.
A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
His logic is thin.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all
Good
about
word.
the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will.
Just kick him in the face, Menvilia.
And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
Agreed.
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
I mean, this wouldn't work if it hadn't been shown that he'd been buying up
Only right that
all
you
the
should bury your precious Sultana, and
all the
we
like
will be
military
glad
might
to
around
rid
Uldar,
that burden.
because he's jumping so many steps here. Like, if he really wanted like a peaceful transition of power to himself, he could make this argument over time.
More than any man.
And he could have honored the Sultana, done all that, and then made the argument. But I think they cover their asses because they showed
I mean, you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
his group buying up all the military might so he can just do this.
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
Yeah, now he's just rubbing it in.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Forgot about that. I thought that guy blocked it. But fuck yeah, Raban.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Okay, there's that guy.
Raban!
7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Ah!
I mean, makes sense. They have their nations to worry about.
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
He's gonna become Jax, right?
Take the Scions into custody.
We're gonna get him metal
They
arm.
conspired to commit regicide.
I don't know if Lolorito was in it from the beginning,
And arrest this traitor as well.
but maybe the death of the other guy, Teleji, made him agree with his assessment. I'm not sure.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
Because he was making logical arguments the whole time.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
He's definitely getting a magic metal arm, right? Good music.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
To be fair to Raban, he's suffering massive blood loss right now.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
It looks like an ad's gonna run in like 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna run. I know this keeps going, so I'm just gonna run an ad now. Yeah, the ad already ran by itself. And not advance this, because I don't want people to miss the thing, so I'm gonna wait a minute. Yeah, Chris, you missed, I don't remember if you got this far before, but you missed a lot of stuff. This is like a 20-minute cutscene. I'm just gonna give it another 30 seconds so people that are watching an ad won't miss the rest of this. Just have Raban staring at us menacingly. Five more seconds. Go team. Raban, you really need to patch up that arm. Also, we don't know what happens to him. Also, technically, we never... Well, we saw the Sultana dead, but it was conspicuous that he stopped Raban from going to see the Sultana.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers.
Oh, Thancred.
When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
So this is why Teleji could be blatant in saying what he's doing. Because he already had military control.
The plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
What's up, Dina?
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
That's why I like Ida.
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Pornonimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Poor one out for Nanimo.
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah.
Also fair point.
Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel.
It's going to be rough to get to.
It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Let's go.
The rest of you, go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Bros till the end.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
Ida hasn't lost yet.
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now. Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
That's why they're the best.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
It's another pet peeve of mine in action movies when people fall behind to make a heroic last stand, and then everyone stands there and watches them die before running. It's like, no, they're trying to get you some distance. Start running.
Now look what you've done.
It's the first time we've seen her eye.
are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about
Hey, Captain America.
Nearing the end of my tether.
The Captain America and Vision. They're all gladiators.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
She just zoomed out, look at the whole situation. This is all ridiculous, right? Can we all agree?
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Yeah, they're my favorite for a reason, these two.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Damn right. You just Super Saiyan Ida?
I was hoping you'd say that.
Good lord. Where the hell did that come from? Limit Break 3 right there? Oh, that was Monk Limit Break 3. Okay. It's like I've never seen that before.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sylvine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Her cat ears give her superior hearing. Apparently.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two, go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
It's a series of final stands.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
She's got bars.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
And he's just Thancred.
My friends.
Leave us!
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Like, the writing immediately is on another level here. Compared to A Realm Reborn. And the action scenes. Not the arrow to the knee.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
Tis done.
Forgive me, Mitra.
Who is Mitra?
Farewell, Wilfulia.
Characters can't die off screen, it's a rule.
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No.
Hear, feel, think.
I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me. Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as
I think it's the
your
first
flame
time
continues to burn, the light of the dawn
that
will
you're called
never be
Warrior of
relit.
Light. Before that, they talk about the previous
must
people.
escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
So she just Doctor Stranged it, talked to Heidelin, figured out she has to go back for some reason. Very much Avengers Infinity War. I love my armor. That green is great. For all we know, everyone is dead. Great series of Last Stands, though. Who's this guy?
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others?
Oh, we still haven't done the coils yet. I haven't seen the story there. I need to do that.
Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool. I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
Hey, who'd have thought an independent army beholden to no one could be so easily bought?
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
This guy seems important. That's some main character voice acting. Hey, is this a guy from the beginning of the game? It is!
Well, would you look who it is?
Brennan.
Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
That's great. It's like full circle. You start, and he's like taking you to a city. And at the end, after all this catastrophe happened, he's the one who picks you up. It's a great bookend. It's kind of signifying, hey, we're off on another journey. Great music, too. Also, like, we built up all these allies, we were friends with all the leaders, and everything was just stripped from us. We're just nobodies on a cart. That looks ominous, considering what just happened. Who is the Lalafell?
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favor.
Alice shows up.
Her brother was having some trouble down in Uldar, and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Alice is great. We barely see her in A Realm Reborn. That's why I wanted to do Coils, because I want to see more of her.
Would make a fine hiding place. I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye. And judging by them soldiers as we're pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
Yes. Yes, you have.
And who might you be, young sir?
My question exactly. That's main character hair, too.
Pippin Terrapin, Vice
It's
Master of the
Pippin!
Immortal Flames.
Where's Mary?
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar.
He's gonna be important. I'm calling it.
Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified.
This guy's
The
great.
plainly lies with the monetarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity.
That's what I'm saying.
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate.
We shouldn't have gone in Father Maggot's crops.
Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
It's like the writers kind of want you to feel bad for him, but also it's kind of justified. Because, you know, that old adage, people who think they should be in charge shouldn't be in charge. Like, he thought, if I just have an army, I can make everything work well. Them soldiers keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Uldar and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Who is this guy? It's like the narrator. Alright, let's go. We're out of the cutscene. Back in the cutscene. I don't mind cutscenes if they're that good. I mean, that's incredible.
The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence.
I am enormous.
Father spoke often of you, Jack.
And I do love how I barely fit in every cutscene, especially with Lalafels.
Father spoke often of you, Jack. And long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. Master Alphinaud, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Jack are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Tarpin, but Did I enjoy my first traumatic series of cutscenes we'll play in sequence? Yep. Yeah, the marked difference between the rest of the play experience and that is insane. Not only like the voice acting and the cinematography of it all, but just the writing. Like all the last stands were awesome. Thancred and Stola, my favorite Papiemo and Ida. It's great. And welcome to the chat, by the way, Firelord. Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's Sid. Sid, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of a fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly. Then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I hid the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both Monitorus and the Crystal Braves. Korthus. Yep. Call it. Korthus. Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. This guy's a champion. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Uldar to the Monitorists and their cronies. Respect, Pippin. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their very effort. Frankly, I do not expect to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies. The small folk, they're playing into that he's a hobbit, right? No matter what the Monitorists claim. Marshal Tarpin, I don't know what to say. Ha! Now that father would labor to believe. But enough talk. You must go, Master Alphinaud. Your ship awaits. Yeah, I never got this far before. Well, I got to right after all these cutscenes and that's it. Then I think a WoW thing came out. This was in Shadowbringers. Up, there's no rest for the righteous. So from here on out is new stuff. I know you just joined the stream. I had played like 3 years ago, got to the end of Realm Reborn, but then stopped. One, I wanted these cutscenes to sink in, and two, I think something for WoW came out and we went back to that, so I have no idea about Heavensward. It's funny, I actually didn't mind a Realm Reborn at all. Up until... Yeah, I think last time I had some friends playing this too, and then everyone dropped off, so I dropped off. But... No, Realm Reborn was great. Up until you killed all the primals and Ultimate Weapon and the Empire fell. And all the post-content, that was the rough part. Which sucks, because it's like the worst experience, followed by this cutscene, which is the best experience. Because up until then, it was great. Like, we were learning what was going on in all the city-states, all the Beast Tribe stuff, killing all the primals, dealing with the Empire, the Ascians, learning all this stuff. Then we have a big celebration, then it just grinds to a halt. They really need to fix that. Like, I know they have a little bit. Apparently they have cut almost half of it out, but I was still seeing so much they could just get rid of. Because if you get people faster to this point, without a lot of the fluff, you're going to get a much higher player base. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Horshevad. Mayhap he will know what to do. And I did most of this stuff at 50. I did all the hard modes. I got the highest I can get in my Grand Company. I did Crystal Tower. I haven't done Coils, which I really need to do, because I know there's a lot of story dealing with Louisoix and Alphinaud and Alice. But I wanted to do that with some challenge. I don't want to just unsync it and have everyone one-shot it.
Yeah, I know you told me about one demise, but I was definitely busy at that point.
Master Alphinaud told me of your tale, Jack. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to earn your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explained in full.
What's going on? I'm gonna put my helmet back on. We're out of the celebration. See, that's someone else who fell off. Chris fell off. Because, yeah, it's just a lot of busy work.
Ishgard has weathered another assault. And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper.
But then you get to that whole cutscene, and it's fucking awesome.
Succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert.
So there was an attack. It wasn't all fake.
How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard.
Aymeric the Chad.
As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies.
This guy has a villain voice, but I don't think he's a villain.
Here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the
apparently the Ishgardians are very French,
shall work in our favor.
But they don't talk in a French accent. House Forton.
Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
Thank you, sir.
You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
I mean, I am like 7 feet tall, 450, so I must exude a lot of heat. Who are these other companions? Who survived? Greetings, sir. Shalish. Oh, we're going again. Actually, I think now we swap to Dragoon so we can, just in case there's stuff. Also, boom. Wow, that's tiny. Let me make that a little bigger. Alright, we're ready for Heaven's Ward. Alright. Horsefon in Japanese is apparently just endlessly horny for you. What? Well, I mean, if he's horny for me, that probably means he's my friend. It's another long set of cutscenes. Let's go. Yay, Tataru.
Alphinaud, Jack, is it really you? I'm so happy that you are... I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Flamen told me to run, and so I did. I ran and ran and I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached, but I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I'd observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. They've definitely changed voice actors already for some people. Like, Nanamo's definitely different. And Minfilia, I don't know if she's different, but she definitely got directed better. She was very monotone. And County Senna as well. Yes, a mask. My mask was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yuguri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the Waking Sands. From the outside, our old headquarters looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes. So we waited here at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. Yuguri's great. My people are searching for the other Scions, even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be that as it may, we have yet cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well. What, the entire cast is a recast? A lot of them weren't bad. Like, I like Ida and Papaimo a lot. And the heads of the city-states were good. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our effort to locate the others, and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor.
"'Tis all my doing.
I'm glad he's getting his
I believed
comeuppance.
myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes.
He was very arrogant.
Look what that arrogance has wrought.
Again, if someone thinks they should have control over everything, they shouldn't have control over everything.
Certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great
I'm glad they
scheme
addressed
to
it.
save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of
Maybe they heard some
chaos.
feedback from players after A Realm Reborn.
It was all but a means to feed my own vanity.
Yep, vanity is a good term.
Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alfino.
So, Master Alfino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you?
Orchevant.
What of the fine companions
Spitting
who
truth.
yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alfino.
know, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity.
The graphics look a hell of a lot better. I don't know if I'm just
one step at a time.
Making that up in my head, but the close-ups look so much better. I know they did a graphics pass in Dawn Trail, so maybe I'm seeing that. This is the music from the Battle of Cartano. That was Uematsu that did it? Didn't know that. I thought it was all Soken. Oh, there's a lot of people for each person. Yeah, Uematsu's the best composer in video games, bar none. Some people make an argument for the Zelda guy, I forget his name, but I think Uematsu's his body of work is too insane. Hey, thanks. Made it through A Realm Reborn. I like the song even better now that I know it's an Uematsu song.
Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the lamb's alive, so believe.
Sorry, I was just thinking about the story. The song's emotional. It's such a crime that post the Empire Falling, the game is such a drag. Because then right at the end, you hit with that. Because the post stuff, it's kind of important for figuring out like what the Syndicate's doing, the Crystal Braves and all that. But I think you can shorten that a lot because it doesn't really give us much about our characters. Like you don't learn too much about the Scions. that you didn't know before A Realm Reborn ended. You have that side story with Nanamo, not Nanamo, with what's her name, Tataru. That's a nice little story, but most of the rest of it isn't really about that. You don't have anything with Papaimo and Ida. You don't have anything with Thancred. You don't have anything with Ishtola. So you could eliminate so much of that and really make that story shorter. Because I see now why everyone falls off at that point, because it's just a lot of busy work. You're going back and forth to Camp Dragonhead a million times, dealing with Ishgardian politics, which you don't care about at the moment. Because it ends on such a high note. You can pretty much just do the Iceheart stuff, because I suppose that's relevant later. Minbrita storyline's great, but everything else is just meh. Made a big joke about like having like a whole stream where we were preparing the Scions to move. Like, that does not need to exist. I don't need to pick up crates and put them somewhere. I don't need to collect supplies so the Scions can move. Get rid of that. Lady's going off. Minbrita, R.I.P. Although I have a feeling she's coming back. Because we didn't see a body or anything. She kind of disappeared into the live stream. So I'm thinking along the lines of like Avatar, where she can come back. Never heard this whole song. Yeah, there's Soken, sound director. Those are my guys. So we apparently have 4 expansions to finish the story of the Scions. Or at least the initial story of the Scions. Because from what I've read, in Dawn Trail it kind of starts a whole new story. And everything else wraps up. So we have a lot of time with these guys. And again, reading some responses to Dawn Trail, it seems like it hasn't been praised a lot. But in my head, I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't played it yet. But it seems to me that it's probably like another A Realm Reborn. You just came off this super high, but then you have to restart the story. You have to tell all the new characters' stories. You gotta have the baseline of the country. You gotta do all this busy work in order to set up another story. So I'm hoping that's the case, that it's not actually bad, it's just they have to set up the next big arc. But I don't know yet, because I haven't even played this arc yet. We're watching all of this because I like all the callbacks. Very sad Tataru there. It's really like the Empire Strikes Back moment. I actually exactly like it. Because in A New Hope, you know, you defeat the Empire. Everything's awesome. We celebrate. We're going to have a great time. And then right after that, where'd our friend go? Everyone's dying. Everything sucks. Oh, that's, what's his name? Who did that art? That's the original concept art for the games. What's his name? It's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna look it up. Yoshitaka Amano. I knew that. Amano. Yeah, Firelord. You said it right after I looked it up. My idea for Final Fantasy 16 or 17, they go back to one, they go back to turn-based. They can add their twist on turn-based like Expedition 33 did. They go back to turn-based. Make it cel-shaded 3D looking like Amano's art. You want to blow sales records? All us old guys who played all the old Final Fantasies. You want us to give you all the money? Do that. I mean, Expedition 33 already showed that players still like turn-based games. Like, it's this weird philosophy of Square Enix. They're like, oh, we gotta get the new kids. They like action games. We gotta get action. And really, do they? Also, the people that played the original Final Fantasies, we're still buying games. Like, I'm 39. I'm still buying video games. Like, we're not a dead market. And also, again, Expedition 33 showed this mass appeal to a turn-based game. Just put your little twist on it, but we still enjoy that. And I did see a tweet from Square Enix where they did comment on that. Like, they said, oh, we're very happy for the success of Expedition 33. We're watching, we're taking notes. And they said something to that effect, which is great. Yeah, 16, it looked awesome. The graphics were great, but it didn't look like a Final Fantasy game to me. It looked like Black Myth Wukong, but in Final Fantasy world. Yeah, again, cel-shaded 3D with Amano's graphics. You want to get all of us to buy the game, we're going to buy it just for that. Because look at that art. And you can look up his other concept art. It's unique and incredible. If you buy the remasters, the 1 through 6 remasters, they have all the individual art on each game, so you can kind of scroll through and see all of his pages. Some really cool stuff in there. I've never played FF9. But it is, from what again, I've done a lot of reading about the games, even the ones I've never played. And, what? Rue? I think my dog has to go outside. Give me a second. I'm waiting for the cutscene to end. FF8, I think, had another project lead that wasn't, what's his name? Too many Japanese names, my brain is gone. The original creator. Well, anyway, the original creator oversaw all the games until 8. Then he let another one take project lead. And that's why 8 is so much different. And then after that, he's like, that was too much. And he took over again. Sakaguchi. There you go. And then Sakaguchi took over again and was way more influential in 9 and 10. That's I think 10 was his last one. So yeah, 8 was a departure mechanically and story-wise. And then 9, he brought it back to, you know, Final Fantasy. As you said, one of the best Final Fantasy stories. Again, I haven't played it, but from what I've heard from people. There was talk they're going to remaster or redo 8. Like, why? If you're going to do more remakes, go to the pixel art games. Like, if we could see Kefka and Celeste and Locke and Edgar and all those guys in 3D, that would be incredible. Because that would just change the whole experience from what it is. Because it's pixel art. Whereas 9 and 10, they're 3D. They're not, like, modern 3D, but they're still 3D graphics. 10 still looks great. But if you could do 4 or 6, that would be insane. Crew, 1 second. I'm watching the credits. My corgi's getting mad at me. Yeah, I looked at Fantasian. Also, the guys that made 2, Final Fantasy 2, which I really like Final Fantasy 2, they wanted to make the Saga series and expand upon that leveling system. So like Romancing Saga and all those, so I want to play those as well. But goal number 1 is getting all the way through Final Fantasy 14. That Lost Odyssey. Again, another game I heard a lot about. Speed this up a little bit. Yeah, because that was Sakaguchi's first non-Final Fantasy RPG. Pretty sure. Again, I heard it's great. Okay, this is going very long. We're gonna skip this. Oh, cutscene.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Okay, maybe he wasn't an opportunist. He actually orchestrated this. I like how they go out of their way to make Lalafels the biggest assholes. Well, they didn't kill him. And these guys are still lurking. Evil. Every villain is lawless. Yeah, apparently. Nabrialis is no more. The ardor was not his invoke. His demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which rightly... I can say words. Extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. That's right, Minbrida.
Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then. The earth is fertile, and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation, unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. Dissension among the Asians. Got a creeper. Oh no. Arianger. I was gonna say, where's he been? I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. He better be double agenting. There's a character in Wheel of Time who joins the bad guys simply so she can study them. And you don't know it until, like, one of the last books. Hope that's what they're doing with Arianger. Now we're at Heaven's Word.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion. Despair.
Midgard Summer's a troll.
Death. Thou shalt find naught else.
He just shows up every once in a while. It's like, you think you're cool? You think you matter? Nah. Shut up, bro. No one asked you. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavenward. Ah, I'm hyped. A new chapter, new game. Okay, new game plus. You can replay the story if you want to.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
Agreed.
You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
That's probably not a good idea. This is all new stuff now, for me.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
I agree.
Lord Orchiffon.
You'd be thrown directly in jail or killed.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely.
Yeah, right.
There is no
On
need
second thought, go ahead, Alphino. But if I did that, then LSA would probably be pissed at me, and I like LSA.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin.
Fortin?
Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper.
Nice.
Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters.
from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
Let's go, team.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
I thought this guy was going to be evil because he had a voice actor who sounds evil in anime.
Together.
But no, he seems alright.
There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here!
This is also like Civil War. Captain America Civil War. Because the Scions are an independent body, not beholden to anybody. Same with the Crystal Braves, and it led to disaster, and that was Tony Stark's point. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. I think we're doing it. Gonna walk the bridge. Putting our visor down. But before we do this, because this is probably a big cutscene, I need to go pee really badly. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Would have asked for Tim? Forton? Oh yes, you may pass. Proceed to Ishgard. Finally. I'm glad I leveled a Dragoon for this.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption,
with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
This looks like a rough place to live.
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus.
Looks kind of ratty.
A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church.
I guess they do fight dragons a lot, so it's going to be in some disrepair.
The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace.
And this is why they didn't care so much about sending forces to the rest of Eorzea. They have their own crap.
Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood.
Howdy there, warrior of light. How you doing?
In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came. 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
The Memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortin, Heaven's Word. I love a good title card. This gets you hyped up. Alright, new chapter. Hey, what's up, Demise? I storm salute you. What is this? Plate barding. Whoops. Oh, I can't summon here. Thanks, man. Once I can summon, I will try that out. Greetings, Master Ibarra. On behalf of House Fortin, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you'd all come with me. Alright, but now that we are here, I need to go walk the dog and eat some food and take care of some stuff. Thank you for the welcome to Ishgard. Not many people hang out at these expansion cities, do they? But yeah, I need to be back. I'll probably be back later. I'll try to not do story until I'm online for a bit, so if people want to watch the rest of it, they can. But I have some real life stuff to do. But yeah, hopefully I'll have time to come on a little bit later today, and I want to let that cutscene and all that story stuff sink in and not just throw more story at me, because that was a lot. So, thank you all for watching. Yeah, that was great. Hey, the title screen changes. That's cool. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the show, definitely give me a follow. It does help a lot. Other than that, we will see you hopefully later today. Oh, thank you for the follow.